always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
Hey, I'm back from vacation, possibly, and it's the Pizza Party podcast, and I hope I didn't miss any controversies while I was gone. How are you people?
Yuck, yuck.
Oh, hey, it's me, Nolan.
It's me, Jim.
And
I'm Izzy.
Oh,
yes,
Izzy finally got cute sounding.
yeah,
Izzy's always cute sounding.
looks like you'll be replacing Nolan from now on, or until like next week.
Is that a
whichever
promotion or a
works.
demotion?
I don't know. No,
What's
well,
the ranking?
I'm usually in the background playing games anyway, so.
is everyone above me or below me in terms of ranking? I don't know how I rank in this system.
I think we're all below you, I thought.
Am I? I don't know. I'm always like the butt of the joke.
Yeah, but you're the star of the show.
Yeah.
You are. You're the pizza pie in the sky.
Yeah, you're the cake topper.
That's right. Joke on this.
I mean, whoever gets
Yeah.
the most people asking them to take photos at the MomoCon booth gets to be the top person.
Your face is on the channel and on the thumbnail.
Shh.
You
No.
drive the taxi. We just
Yeah.
sometimes call it to take us to places.
Stop complimenting me. It's
Sometimes
weird.
I call the taxi just to take me down to Walmart, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
it's like a block away. It's
Damn.
not too
I
far.
remember we had to go to like Walmart at like 2 a.m. and you were drunk and I don't know. We can't tell that story. Should we tell that story?
Wait, what happened?
I don't know. You were just
What?
drunk and you just needed like birth control or something.
Oh no, that was a time where I remember we went to Walmart and Pan's like a very cautious driver, but it was at night, so it's whatever.
Wait, he drives
we had to
now?
go by.
Yeah.
He knows how to. He drives a taxi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No,
I meant
he's-
like, I heard he had a van. His ex told me he
A
had a van
van.
and then never drove it. So
what?
Wait, hold
A
up.
van?
You actually drive a taxi?
Sure.
Well, I mean, it's taxi kind of colored. I mean, if we like leave it out in the sun, like the color will fade enough to like a yellow, I guess.
What else does my ex say about me?
oh, nothing super amazing.
Fucking say it.
Izzy's like, I said too much.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
She
I mean, Jim.
She said you were great. Great
I hope so.
person.
Yeah.
Just great.
I'm sorry that she was kind of an interesting. Well, she is an interesting person. I'm friends with her. I talk
Yeah.
to you a lot more.
We talk like once every 2 weeks, so
That's how little I talk to her.
I like that before we recorded this, we were like, oh man, we're just talking about, big headline stuff. We should record this. And as soon as we recorded, we switched to something we probably should have been talking about off mic.
look.
Oh no.
Okay,
It's
okay,
like
But
complete
okay,
opposite.
well, in Pan's defense, I've been letting him drive my car, so he's getting a hell of a lot better driving. He actually
Yeah.
drives. Like I said, he drove me to go get Plan B, so we don't have
Yeah.
to worry.
Oh God, are you making? Never mind. So a positive thing about Pan, I want to say is thank you for finally changing my hair.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah, I really
Yay.
appreciate the effort. Now I'm gonna go blonde.
Why?
I'm not. I'm gonna stay pink. But I did.
Yeah, no one wants to be a Gwen Stacy.
Pretty in pink.
I actually did think about doing like blonde and like the undercut be pink, kind of like her. But no, pink is my calling card. I like it. But I did want to talk about my trip to RTX. RTX asked Yo Mama to be part of their animation festival, and we got like a panel, which was cool. And but we got like these really nice VIP things, like similar to MomoCon. But the difference between RTX and MomoCon was everyone I ran into was someone who was working on a different TV show. Like,
Wow.
well, because like I didn't actually go to RTX, the convention proper. I went to the panel room, and that was it. That was my entire experience with the con. The rest of it was me like doing sightseeing and hanging out with animators.
Yeah, because I guess MomoCon's mostly for fans, but there are a few people. Like we met someone who worked on Archer and stuff. It's in Georgia, so
Yeah.
that makes sense because it always says made in Georgia.
Very proud.
So the one experience I did want to bring up that I thought was really, really cool, and I thought it was a fun story, is I somehow got onto the Women in Animation panel. But the person who hosted the panel was the leader of Women in Animation.
the leader of all women in animation?
there's a group called Women Animation whose entire mission statement is to get equal amount of people in the jobs, because 70% of students are women, but only 21% are actually working in the industry. She invited me to be on when I showed her my work and my demo reel, and I'm on this panel with these really amazing people. There's Ashley, who is the lead storyboard artist for Castlevania on Netflix.
Oh wow.
The girl sitting next to me, she was the editor for Rick and Morty season 3 and 4, as well as worked on a Jim Henson project.
Damn, Izzy, you're just name dropping all these cool people.
Well, I'm not name dropping. I'm really bad at that. I didn't get their name.
Okay, you don't know the names, but you're hinting at them.
There was a 3D animator for Ruby.
Are they an animator, or do they just use the Kinect to animate?
We didn't get into too technical stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just really cool that I was with these people, and then me going I animate your mama jokes on YouTube.
Ow. Hey, you're also on this podcast, so that's
I am, but
something.
this was specifically animation and actual industry stuff versus being cartoon community.
Beat a fucking child on the internet.
Instead of just a little small hobby that's just I guess I'll show up and get a slice of pizza and then leave. Maybe.
Shush.
I don't know. It was an honor to be on that panel, and I was super excited to come back here and tell you about it.
That's cool.
I also got to hang out with Studio Yada people.
Whole yada nothing.
Yeah, so well, because they do so much stuff now. It's amazing. I know they did the OKKO shorts, but they also did the intro to Amphibia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, and then they're doing a lot of trailer animations and stuff. So they jumped from YouTube to actual well, not that YouTube stuff isn't real work. It's just a different platform, kind of like how people compare Netflix to TV. But they're now doing television stuff. They're doing what people think is the big leak stuff. And I know Jaxie, who's one of their lead cleanup artists, and so I got invited after their panel to get barbecue with them. So I got barbecue with Jaxie, Jake, and also randomly Ian Jones-Cordy. Nothing to note.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, animator guy. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, that was a late joke.
During his panel, he did. Someone asked a knock force question, and they name dropped our panel or our podcast.
Oh, no.
Ian mentioned the pizza party.
Yay!
That's cool.
Positively or negatively?
Neutrally.
That's a good question.
Oh.
No, it was really positive. He just mentioned that he worked on Knock Force with a college roommate, and the show ended because you guys moved apart because he wanted to move to LA.
Yeah.
And now Jim is on the Pizza Party podcast.
Oh yeah, that's where I am right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you telling me this taxi's not taking me to the airport?
Nah,
I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah, you're going away with us.
Oh, that sounds so rapey.
No. It's possible to kidnap someone without doing that,
Well, I was gonna use.
What are you gonna kidnap for?
It's choked.
So
just came out like that.
So Tuca and Birdy got canceled.
That broke my heart.
Hey, Tuca and Birdy.
Toka.
It's Tuca.
Yeah, smoke up.
So I haven't.
Smoke up, Token Bird.
I haven't.
Explain what the fuck Tuca and Birdy is.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
But first, this podcast is supported by Patreon donators of $100. First is Alfredo, who wants to show off their comic Bongo and Luna, links below. It's a slice-of-life story of a serious big-titty clown girl, Bongo, and her best friend, a lusty ghost, Luna. Bongo and Luna updates every Tuesdays and Thursdays. It has cute monster girls. Please, read it. Our other donator is Covey, who wants to promote their animated web cartoon, BloodThing. It's about a blob of blood desperately trying to make friends in a world full of assholes. It's crazy resourceful they're pulling this off with so little at their disposal, yet it works really well. Check out BloodThing and Bongo and Luna, links below.
We now return to the Transformers.
So I actually haven't watched it, but basically the controversy is it got canceled, and then Big Mouth in the same week got, or at least
Not one.
Wasn't it just like a day after?
The day after Big Mouth got 3 extra seasons, and Tuca and Birdy could only get 1 season ever.
Which is pretty crazy, actually. It's a huge pickup. It might be the biggest pickup in Netflix history, because Netflix has famously canceled things after 3 to 4 seasons because they can't syndicate it. So like in the old TV model, how you'd run things forever, now they're like, oh wait, we can't syndicate stuff, and past 3 or 4 seasons, you actually have to start paying people more. And then I think they're like, oh, this is more expensive. Now you're canceled. But that's like their real business model. That's how streaming's changing things. But with this, I think the biggest problem is, one, we don't know how well either of those shows do. I know Big Mouth got an Emmy nomination, and Tuca and Birdy did not.
I want to challenge what you said just right now.
What?
Okay, why can't they syndicate it? Isn't BoJack Horseman on Cartoon Network now? Or not Cartoon Network, but Comedy Central?
They've syndicated some stuff, but I think across the board they haven't tried to syndicate stuff. And I think syndication is also like not as easy as people I think it is, because like The Office like actually didn't do well in syndication, which is super weird since it's the biggest thing on Netflix and on Comedy Central.
Friends is the biggest thing on Netflix.
Yeah. The second big, I think the most watched thing ever is the first episode of The Office is apparently the most watched thing ever. Which sucks because that is not a good episode. I think syndication, they're probably like, we can't syndicate all the millions of shows we make, so I'm sure they're probably like, don't even try. Whereas Big Mouth, maybe they thought they could, and so thought they could make other revenue streams from it. I don't know, but maybe
maybe they'll dump it on Comedy Central.
Based on the fact that all Netflix shows end up on DVD, and I heard rumors. I don't remember where I heard this. Might have been in passing, but I think some of the rights of those shows go back to the creators at a certain point.
That's, I don't know. That's like a pretty. Because studios and in general don't do that unless you're a really big creator. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know the deals they're signing, and Netflix is such a quandary that who knows? Yeah. You could be right. It
might have been Netflix being so early. Maybe not now, but maybe a lot of the early stuff when Netflix wasn't like just jumping into the waters. Mm-hmm. They might have needed some leverage to get shows. And that might have been the one thing that people would be like, okay, I'll do a Netflix show. It might not be seen by that many people, but at least I'll get my show back or something.
Maybe.
But one theory for the reason the cancellation happened is because of that studio that also did BoJack. They got unionized, and some people are thinking that's the reason Tuca and Birdy got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like it would have been more expensive. So
yeah,
I mean that is like a big TV cancellation thing. Is they go, wait, how much is this show now? Oh no, we're canceling. Yeah. I mean, but we also like, because Netflix isn't transparent, we do not know how many people watched Tuca and Birdy. We don't know how many people watched Big Mouth. So maybe if we saw the data, we'd be like, oh well, Big Mouth is so huge, and no one even really watched Tuca and Birdy, and that might have been why.
I know some people were upset that it wasn't, I guess, like...
A lot of people, like a lot of industry people.
Yeah, but still, Tuca and Birdy was such a good show. I know, like, Pan fell asleep throughout the first episode.
No, I was sleepy. I fell asleep, like, through, like, episodes 7 or 8 or something, but I saw a big chunk of it, I really liked it.
Yeah, or at least I binge-watched it all in one night. It's such a good show. Yeah. I liked not only the fun intro, but, like, all the art and then all the different, like, characters in the show. Just, I don't know, it was just such a good show. It's just really hard to, like, I understand why a lot of people are mad because it's such a good show with the characters of Tuca and Birdy, like, going through their problems, their everyday lives, compared to, like, Big Mouth, where it's like,
puberty.
Yeah, just puberty and, like, essentially just kind of like Family Guy humor, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, because I feel like we've seen Big Mouth before. Like, a lot of the humor is just the lowest common denominator, like, potty humor. I think we'll find out if the union thing is actually the thing once we find out that BoJack Horseman's canceled next season.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
BoJack's been going on for a while. I mean,
That's true.
but if BoJack became like the Comedy Central deal becomes like pretty profitable and is successful, then maybe they'll be like, well, we should just keep this show going because we can play it on Comedy Central or we can play it on whatever cable channel. I mean, I don't know. It sucks to talk about like art in this way, but it's kind of just the business of it. But I mean, I think Big Mouth is a little more regular audience would see Big Mouth, and I don't know anyone who wasn't in animation who even knows what Tuca and Birdy was before the cancellation. Like now it's like I've seen it on Hollywood Reporter and Vulture and like mainstream entertainment sites, but like before that it was mainly like, you know, the cartoon community, and I don't think that holds a lot of weight in the industry. So
that's true.
So, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and we probably someone should have made a review or something, because I saw very little Tuca and Birdy when it was on.
Don't pin the blame on me, Jim.
Well, no, I'm just saying that it's like
Tuca and Birdy would have survived if you would have talked about it.
Oh no!
Way to go! You killed Tuca and Birdy.
Oh no!
I did see that in one press release. They're like, if only, you know, Pan Pizza would have believed in us. I'm like, we're just waiting here this whole time.
Way to kill two birds with one stone.
Oh no!
Whoa, literally, or he did. Or maybe he didn't kill them, he just didn't feed them and they died.
Oh no. Speaking of not feeding things and them dying, that's what happened to my
slow death.
That's what happened to my hamsters when I let my ex take care of them for a week. He was like, so I didn't hear them make noise, so I forgot they were there. It's like,
wait, so your hamsters, is that an animated show or an actual hamster?
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
That figures, nobody would watch that.
Yeah.
But hey, Love, Death, Robots is getting a season 2.
Where were you?
Yeah.
As long as they bring back that cute robot boy.
Maybe.
With the other robot gang.
Blindsided or Blindside, the car chase one.
Yeah, that robot guy was cute.
Yeah. But what did you guys see Tuca and Birdy?
I did not, unfortunately.
I saw the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, we really enjoyed it because I thought it was like, is this some sort of BoJack spinoff? But no, this is nothing like BoJack because this takes full advantage of the fact that this is a cartoon and it is like super jail levels of trippiness. You know?
Yeah, it's really great. I love like even like when they get into, I guess, like characters like memories or backstories. They use just very different ways of like animating, like not just, you know, drawn. There's like yarn or something, if I remember from one episode, like just different mediums.
Yeah, it was somewhat experimental at times.
I saw on Twitter that apparently episode 7 there is absolutely no male characters that speak.
I don't know.
I don't remember what episode
keep track
7
of that.
was. I binge watched
there's like apparently there's an episode that like literally for 25 minutes they purposely did not have a single male character speak, and it's just 25 minutes of female voices.
I didn't really notice that at all.
Oh, I don't remember when I binge watched it, but I don't remember whatever episode 7 was.
Yeah. But do we got any other news that we can talk about?
A gift from me?
Oh, it's nothing big, but I poured my heart and soul into it.
You crammed your soul into a ukulele!
No, silly. I wrote you a song.
Oh yeah, Russi Taylor. Yeah, the voice of Minnie Mouse since the 80s, died at the age of 75, Russi Taylor.
And I think she was the voice of
in The Simpsons, Martin, the twins, Gunter, a lot of the kid characters, the funniest ones.
I mean, she was Martin during I Choose You, so she deserves some credit for that. You know? I mean, that's like that. Some of those Martin performances are pretty epic and amazing. You know, I think she deserves a lot of credit for that. Was she the voice of Minnie Mouse in the new animated shorts?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
She sung. Okay, so like this is how good her voice is. I never pictured a 76-year-old woman, you know? Like she's so lively. I've only heard her as Minnie Mouse when I was watching them, and the last song she sung, which was in the most recent short, was super beautiful.
I'm as hazy and as crazy icy as a daydream on a sunbeam, and I think I know the reason why. It's all because of M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Oh, she also played the ghost girl from Scooby-Doo Ghoul School. The
Wow.
what's his character?
Fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother from Cinderella. Yeah, I didn't know she'd played that.
She was young Donald Duck in the new DuckTales, which was her just using the triplets voice from the original DuckTales.
Yeah, because she was the triplets, right?
Yeah. It was super cool because because you recognize that voice right off the bat if you watch the original DuckTales, and they made young Donald a Nirvana-loving emo kid.
What?
You guys gotta watch the DuckTales. It's amazing.
Pen, you need to down.
that
Yes.
You need to
that
give me those
makes sense.
episodes.
Because if you're a kid now, your parents were kids in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's like my daughter's gonna be like, yeah, my dad used to like grunge.
Oh.
Homie, feed magazine. Homie.
Did you see the We Bare Bears where they had the Kurt Cobain lookalike in the Christmas episode at the video store?
What?
There was an episode where the little We Bare Bears were working at a video store on Christmas, and this guy who's going to rob them basically just looked like Kurt Cobain. It was
Wait.
like so obvious, the design.
Was Kurt
for him.
Cobain trying to rob them with a rifle or what?
Oh wow, I didn't think of that level. He didn't. You know what? I didn't think of that. I think he convinces them. Wow, that's dark. And now I'm like, I gotta rewatch the episode.
Do the Bears? Hey, do the Bears get mad at them and say, "Hey, Robbie's not cool," and he feels guilty? He's like, "You're right," and he just goes home to
Walks
think
away.
about that.
Yeah, they just give him his heroin pack, and no, it's a good episode, but I find all the Little Bear episodes to be like, I was like, if you really sat there and think about it, it's insanely depressing.
Wow.
Because it's like if you thought about like if there's an indie movie where I've said this on this podcast before, but if you think about if there's three little homeless kids who find a box factory and they're like, oh yay, shelter, let's make a fort out of boxes, you'd be like, oh my god, I can't stop crying. These poor kids.
No, it's fine.
Since it's Little Bears, it's like everyone's like, this is cute, and I'm like,
Yay.
this is. It was like the Christmas one was them working at a video store, and they're like, "Yay, we have shelter and we can eat popcorn and watch movies." And I'm like, "This is so fucking depressing." But,
Hooray!
like,
Hooray for
your
child
little,
labor.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, they're Little Bears, so it's fine."
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a Kurt Cobain lookalike rob them, and all the movie posters had to be like off model because you have to pay for that. So it had a lot of puns. I enjoyed it. Sophie and I watched We Bare Bears.
Weren't they going to give the baby bears their own spin-off or something?
I heard that, and I kind of think it's a stupid idea because it's like that's like part of the show is having the two of them.
I guess just
it's
to
like I
split
don't
it
know
up.
why you would do. To me, it's like just give them more episodes. Don't split it up because what are you going to call it? Little We Bare Bears or something?
Little
Or
Bears.
Little Bear Bears or
Little
something.
Bear
I
Bears.
don't know. But that was a good episode. The Christmas. It was. I think this
Little
past
fur
year.
coats.
Because I'm wondering what's more popular. Which of the segments are more popular for this show? The kid ones or the normal ones?
Actually, what is popular on Cartoon Network? Because
Also, isn't the little kid that plays Catbug in the
Bravest Warriors?
Yeah, that. Isn't he voicing one of the young bears?
Maybe. I forgot what I was watching.
know.
Something live action maybe, and I heard like one of the We Bear kid voices. Like, it's one of those kids doing something.
oh wow,
I don't know.
that's good.
They do things besides this show.
Should we talk about? Is there something else we should talk about?
Amphibia.
K-pop. Those K-pop stars are on We Bear Bears. Does anyone listen to K-pop?
No, is that like from Kansas or
I suppose possible.
Might it be?
music from Kansas?
Yeah.
Kansas Idols?
What's your favorite BTS song? Mine's
How dare you like BTS? Isn't it all about that other insert random other fucking idols?
what are their toys called? B12. Yes, people find those B12 dolls and just get the black and white one and send it to us. Oh, send it to me. Nesska likes those things.
What? Wait,
Is-
what? What are you trying to have people send me?
Those K-pop mascots, the little black and white guys.
Yeah, because I remember I posted a pic, or Pan posted a picture. Something happened where we posted a picture of this little ice cream vanilla scoop looking guy. He's like half black and half white. And somebody was like, "You can't have that character if you don't like BTS or wherever he's from."
Too bad.
It's
Look, we like
wow.
the characters. We don't listen to BTS or.
They don't even have subtitles. How am I supposed to understand what they're saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Amphibia.
Yeah.
Tell us about
I've never
Amphibia.
watched- How
'cause I haven't
many
kept up with it.
episodes are there?
The entire first season. It's 20 episodes.
It's already out, the whole season?
I've already seen like a couple of episodes. It's been pretty good.
They were airing them basically once a day because the
Damn.
theory is they pumped it out so they have stuff for Disney Plus.
Huh. I mean, I guess so but Disney Plus comes out in November, so
Yeah, well, it's
Uh.
just they pumped it all out. It was good. It was fun. The intro Yada did was amazingly animated, and the show itself it's nice. It's very slice of lifey. There's like if you're only watching exclusively for plot, there's like 4 episodes.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
how a lot of shows like start out. They start out fairly, mundane, and then the plot kicks in by season 2.
Yeah.
It
There's
did
like
do a really good job of the first episode, which is on YouTube. They do start from the get-go of having a overarching mystery plot line, which is nice.
Is it like
and then
Gravity Falls?
That's exactly where I was going with it. The first episode maybe had some Gravity Falls with frogs, but it really does kind of
So Gravity
drop
Frogs?
it more or less, and then it's just very much like learning how the frogs live as a human lives with the frog people, and it's all cute and it's cool, and I really enjoy the 4 main characters a lot. Sprig, I think, might be my favorite.
But you like it? You think is it a good show?
I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. I think I did. I binge watched it because I was sick and I wanted to I just wanted to watch something. And the big plot reveal of there's 3 characters that get transported into the frog world. We don't see the third one, but we get we get 2 of them, and one of them lands in the bad guy team, and it's very obvious she's going to become a bad guy. Like it's just the way she's drawn, the way she talks, everything. It's just very she's a bad character. So a lot of the plot reveals aren't super great, but I don't know. It's a good. If it was on TV, I wouldn't change the channel.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to. I was gonna try to get Sophie to watch it. I just got her to watch SpongeBob, so I'm slowly.
I think Sophie would like it. I think it's a good, cute show. I think you would enjoy it.
Was the main? Are there a lot of girls on it? Because that's a big.
There's 2. Half the main cast is girls. Anne, who's the human, and then there's Polly, which is a tadpole character that lives in a bucket.
Oh, I've seen that character. They're cute.
It's her big show are the ones with mainly female DC superhero girls.
Okay.
And which is fun, and then Sunny Day, which I'm sure you guys totally watch all the time.
Oh yeah, totally.
You're big Sunny Day fans. Stuff like that. But yeah, no, I want to check it out. I need to do that.
Okay,
After DuckTales, maybe.
There is a one little thing that I left the show after watching all of it. Pretty I thought I was impressed with is because of Anne kind of pushing the other 2 characters, particularly Hot Pop, the grandfather character. There's just a couple of things where he does stuff throughout the season that are part of the slice of life, but because they're not towards the plot at all, but they come back at the very end. It's the bad guys, the bad toads, think he's a revolutionary because he does all these amazing achievements, and it's starting to build hope within the kingdom. And that was really, really funny to me. Just how they tied the slice of life stuff all together. into the more serious plot.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Eventually I'll get around to watching it once I start doing another modern cartoons vid, because I got to talk about that. And what also came out? Oh, Meow Meow, or
Mau Mau. It's Mau Mau.
Mau Mau.
Heroes
Mau Mau's pretty
of
cool.
Pure
I
Heart.
like Mau Mau.
Yeah, Mau Mau's pretty cool. I forgot where I watched Amphibia. I think I might have watched it at work or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do think when a lot of because a lot of animation on TV, most people don't want to go to the Disney channels or Cartoon Network or something.
TV's dead.
But I think when you have Disney Plus launch and HBO Max, the Time Warner streaming service, a lot of people who will just be like, "Oh, I'm just poking around," and then they'll go, "What's Gravity Falls?" or like who have no clue what Gravity Falls is, or same with Amphibia or DuckTales or whatever, who've like maybe seen an ad, but we're like, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not going to watch Disney XD or whatever it is." I think when these streaming services hit, you might see more of an explosion.
Well, speaking of Disney streaming service, how do you guys feel about that live action Lady of the Tramp thing? Because one of my sisters was, they ran into like the living room and told me, "What the fuck?
What?
Like, I hear
Is
they're
there
going to
a
make a live
trailer for it?
action." I don't know. I just remember my sister. I remember seeing
There's a
that they were
picture.
going to. Yeah, like there was like some sort of tease, like, "Oh yeah, Lady and the Tramp live action," and one of my
Wait, what
sisters.
did your sister say? Sorry.
Well, my sister was just like, "What the fuck? Why are they making a live action Lady and the Tramp? What the fuck are they gonna do?" And I just waved her off and was like, "Dude, where have you been?"
So what I heard is basically that with that and potentially the other animal movies is they're basically they're just gonna use technology like Babe and sort of do it that way, because they're like, we don't really want to spend a ton on Lady and the Tramp, also racism.
What?
And
Wait, what?
Look, it's
as
been
someone who's watched Lady and the Tramp recently, We Are Siamese does not hold up.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
Okay, I was about to tell you, Jim. Like, what do you mean
Oh.
racist? It's a movie about dogs, but I completely forgot about that scene.
Because it's same with like Aristocats. I'm all in with Aristocats, and then like there's that part where everybody wants to be a cat, and this guy, the
Siamese
stereotype
cat.
pops up, and you're like,
Oh.
shit, Disney, like what the like I imagine there was somebody who worked at Disney who really hated anyone who was Asian, or was like, "No, let's put that in, man, because I like hate Asian people." And they're like, "Oh God, God damn it, Gary! Like, stop it!" And they're like,
No,
just
there's
let
a
Gary
lot.
do it. There is a lot.
Not even just in the movies, but like if you go back and think about it, like the Siamese cat trope was used in like Rescue Rangers too.
Oh.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, I
There's
didn't
a
know
whole
that.
underground fish fighting ring where these Asian cats. I'm gonna see if I can pull up pictures.
Jesus.
Well,
I mean, that's like, but I'm assuming they're gonna cut them out, or
No, they'll replace them with Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat.
I mean, I don't know
PBS.
what they're gonna do with Lady, but that's apparently their plan is for the lesser. They learned their lesson with Pete's Dragon, because that didn't do well.
Nobody
and
gave
also
a
it was
shit about
good.
Pete's Dragon.
So are they
It's
going to
the-
remake
it's the best
Treasure
one.
Planet?
It's
Weird.
the bet. No, they're not going to do that. I think the Disney remakes are going to run out of steam, because the problem is they only have a certain amount of titles that people will come out and see no matter what. But what sucks is we have such a revival thing now with like Studio Ghibli's like always playing at art theaters in New York, and like a lot of older films play pretty regularly. Like if they went like, "Hey, we're gonna play Black Cauldron this week in theaters," I bet you'd get a packed house, because no one's been able to see that on the big screen. Or even like Fox and the Hound, or like Sleeping Beauty. Like people would show up, but
Oh.
They
instead
do. I know they do, because like in Louisville, there's a Bardstown Road. For the people from Louisville, there's a theater there that does midnight movies. Every Saturday, they do some kind of classic movie. And because of it, I got to see Back to the Future, Jaws, Zardoz, of all movies in theaters. And it's always a packed house.
Yeah, no, it's like way more of a tradition now than it was 10 years ago. And it's funny because that's how Disney made their money for most of their existence until now. So I always find that like sort of upsetting, because you're like, man, you guys were so good at revivals. And then suddenly, I guess since VHS killed that, they totally forgotten that they that's how that studio stayed afloat. Like in the 80s, I think most of their highest grossing things were like re-releases of Snow White and stuff, if I recall correctly. So that's like how bad the 80s were.
Man, do you remember when Cinderella had like so many spin-offs to the point where she had like time travel or something?
Well, what I've heard, isn't it like I heard someone told me Cinderella 3 is like the best of those sequels, and I've always been curious.
I don't remember which one it was. I just remember having all the Cinderella the original
all
one.
the sequels.
Yeah, and then all the sequels. I just remember one just being where like her evil stepmom just gets the wand and it's just creating this bullshit everywhere, and I just can't believe that they went that far with Cinderella of all princesses.
I think what they need to do is, now they made the live action remakes, do live action remakes of like, I want Return of Jafar. I think we all do.
Yes.
Like, let's do Return of Jafar. Let's do Lion King 2 or whatever, 1.5. Who cares? Just do it. Like, let's just do all the crappy sequels, like Beauty and the Beast 4, where she becomes the Beast. Maybe I didn't see it, but let's just say that happened.
Are we also going to do them like direct to DVD so we get like less famous actors, so they're completely recasting everybody?
Yes.
Izzy, I'm loving this idea. This is okay.
No, why don't we just do Belle's like story time where like we just have a completely different lady as the live action Belle?
Get like instead of getting Emma Watson, let's get a lesser actor from Harry Potter to be Belle. Like who was like Ginny or something?
No, it has to be a background character. Somebody, like a background character. Yeah.
No, the real question is, who's the dollar store version of Will Smith?
Martin Lawrence.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
No, it's Martin Lawrence. Get Martin Lawrence.
No, it's
LL Cool J.
And I want Lion King 2 to just like have puppets instead of doing the CG. It's just straight up just.
Instead of Beyonce, you can get someone else who's in Destiny's Child.
Oh no, we need to get Sinbad to be the genie for Return of Jafar.
Good call. Good call.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you. Wang would be proud.
Oh my god, I get it now. Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
The whole Mandela effect.
Yeah, we could. I think Disney's sitting on a gold mine while they're sitting around going like, how do we remake The Rescuer? Although I have an idea. I actually have a casting idea for The Rescuers, but it's a little stupid.
Go for it.
Okay, did you see shit, who's that the comedian who had that really good special? She's like Australian. Damn it.
Oh.
Do you remember her? It was on Netflix and she's like a lesbian and
no.
It was like really good, and now I'm blanking. I'm forgetting that.
Wait, was it the person that? Are you sure they're lesbian? I remember there was some special where like, I remember someone. I'm blanking, but I remember there being something lesbian involved, so maybe they were lesbians. But
hold on, Hannah Gatsby, Nanette. She did okay. Nanette's really good. The Hannah Gatsby would be the Bob Newhart part, so you gender flip them. And then you'd make the part that was Zsa Zsa Gabor and you do Chris Hemsworth. So you'd have like Chris Hemsworth would be the pretty lady, and then Hannah Gatsby would be Bob Newhart because he was a comedian. So it'd be like them. And then you could just get like someone who's like John Candy to be the bird. But anyway, that was my idea. That wasn't funny. But that was like, I was like, if they did that, I'd see The Rescue, because that would be cool. Because who could you get who's like Bob Newhart? I was like, you'd get her, you know.
Yeah.
So how's the Mulan 2 remake gonna happen if like it's just gonna be like a war movie with this new Mulan?
I've heard, and I haven't fully researched it, that the original Mulan did not do well in China, and they're really trying to redo this because they want. The original one didn't do well in China because China was mad at America and specifically Disney because they released this movie called Kundun there, which is about Tibet, and that's like a controversial subject in China. And so Mulan didn't actually do that well in China.
Damn.
The original. So they were like, well, we have to completely rebrand this. And also there's a whole, and I, as a white guy, should maybe not be talking about this, but I'll just keep going until, I don't know. That apparently Chinese audiences don't really like American Chinese Americans too much, so they have to find someone. Even in Shang-Chi, they have to find someone who's like pretty much 100% Chinese, who speaks English, not someone who's as much Chinese American, or I think they have a Chinese Canadian actor who's in it. But there's been reports of like they'll try to bring in like Crazy Rich Asians didn't do well over there. Like they really do not like Asian American actors apparently.
Damn.
So Disney's been trying to like counter that by like doing they wouldn't even see like actors who are more Americanized who are Asian, because they're like, you're just not going to play over there. So it's like a big thing. I don't really understand it.
Wow.
Maybe
you
they
should go to your local library and look up more, because I don't know.
They should just go for the all-white remake of Mulan.
Yeah, well,
yes.
that trailer looks good. I don't want to see any of those remakes, but that trailer looks really good.
At least,
Oh, yeah,
I know everyone's mad that like there's not going to be songs and Mushu's going to be different.
Oh,
like he's going to be a phoenix.
I don't need Shrek's donkey in my fucking Mulan movie. It was like,
But I guess
Speaking of Donkey, I remember when my mom picked a fight with Donkey at Universal.
Uh-oh.
That was a fun time.
wait, your mom got in a fight with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that was
Your
a good
mom
time.
was like, I want my $15 back for Tower Heist, motherfucker.
Oh man. I remember wasn't Tower Heist trying to be like a simultaneous release in theaters?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you're remembering this correctly. Yes, this happened. They were going to do a thing where you paid like $40 or something. Yeah, and you could see Tower Heist at home, and the theater owners balked, and they said like, and then they pulled the idea. But I forget what it was going to be called, but Tower Heist was involved in it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, who the fuck is going to spend like $50 on Tower Heist?
Well, people have had this idea for a while. They pay like a ton of money to see a movie at home, like a ridiculous amount of money. But I always think it like never really pans out, because nobody wants that. So, it was Comcast.
Oh.
According to this, prior to the release, according to Wikipedia, the film was involved in it was involved in a controversy.
That's a callback.
Yeah, it was. It would be on demand to 500,000 Comcast customers only 3 weeks after its theatrical release.
Damn.
So, y'all's thoughts on Cats?
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going way back.
All right, so I have not seen the original. I refuse to watch the trailer. I'm going to go into that movie blind. And I am so excited.
How are you going to get in there if you're blind?
There's no discrimination. You're allowed in there if you're blind.
What?
I think the question was how will you get there if you're blind?
It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
It was a bad joke. Regardless, I don't want to see anything beforehand. But because when the trailer dropped, I was actually doing the gender swap Space Jam thing, and some of the comedians that was I was in a gender swap Space Jam script reading.
What?
What? Okay.
Explain what that is.
In Indiana, we have at the White Rabbit, which is like a stage bar thing. It's like a comedy show place. A comedian that I'm friends with, Gwen, she has female gender swap versions of films. So like there was Lady Shack, Top Hun, Space Ma'am, and it's all just he gets a bunch of the local comedians and performers get together, and we act and read the entire movie, but from the perspective of like the characters being women and the female characters being men.
Okay.
So imagine Lola Bunny being played by a very muscular bodybuilding like black man.
Okay.
And I was one of the aliens in it. So I was running around with Nerf guns and acting like a badass when we turned into the big monsters.
Okay.
It was fun. It was cute. But anyways, we're backstage, and one of the comedians was explaining the trailer to someone else, and I was like, I don't need to see it. Just hearing the explanation, whatever that trailer is will never live up to the expectation of what I saw in my head.
It's like the most beautiful and most ugly thing I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it's just like, we're really doing this? This isn't a joke? Like, they have, like, this trailer with all this, like, overly ambitious music and, like, showing off all these stars and Academy Award winners. And it's like...
You get to see Taylor Swift cat. You get to see... James Corden cat. It's just, like... It's so... I'm just, like, this is, like... I like that Christmas season after Aquaman, everybody went, let's just get fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like nobody gives, like, studios are like, dude, like, someone's clearly sitting around there going like, bro, what if we, like, hold on, listen, hear me out. What if we make a Cats movie, but they're fucking cats? You know what I'm saying, man? And that's like how, because the Aquaman movie plays like they're just making up nonsense as they go. And they sort of admitted that in the press, that they're like, yeah, we put a Pitbull song in it because it was ridiculous. Like that Pitbull.
What?
Like James Wan admitted that he put the Pitbull song on there because it was stupid. Because he thought would be stupid and ridiculous. And I was like, that works so well, because that's exactly what I thought. But I think Cats is in the similar vein, because I guess people during Christmas will sit around for like, what the fuck is this?
I think back to the Hey Arnold episode where Helga and her dad bond, like, throughout the whole episode, they're angry at each other, and Helga's mad that he bought the tickets to the wrong event, which was a WrestleMania event, but they ended up in not Cats, the musical, but Rats, the musical, and they're just laughing their asses off. And every time I see fucking Cats, I just think of that scene.
Rats, we're furry and forlorn. We live in sewers, love in sewers, and our hearts are torn. We laugh,
We cry,
we sing in harmony. I love her,
but I love him.
and darn it, he loves me.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I know, it's horrible.
Finally, we've got something we can hate together.
You know that they were trying to make that an animated movie for a long time?
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Like, Spielberg tried to do it. Apparently, Cartoon Brew kept tweeting like it was originally going to be just traditional, and then it was going to be traditional with CG backgrounds. And apparently Amblin and Spielberg are still credited producers because they spent so much money in development on something that came out all weird now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna be an interesting experiment if it is successful.
A couple of people have said the reason they put this out on Christmas is that if it bombs, they can be like, yeah, it's Star Wars' fault. It's all Star Wars' fault.
Yeah.
They're like, we're safe. If it bombs, we can blame Star Wars.
Wow.
This is gonna be a goddamn mess.
I mean, imagine being 12 and you're like, Mom, can we see Star Wars? And you go, oh, it's sold out. But you know what? We're already here. Let's see Cats.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of weird movies that way. I don't remember which ones
man.
I've seen, but I've gone to movie theaters where it's just, I went there at 7 a.m., got out at like 7 p.m. But then again, that's just like me movie hopping all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got to see, I think, Alpha and Omega and Cars 2 for free.
Yay.
It was one of those things where it's like, I kind of wish I hopped into a different movie. It's not my best movie hopping experience.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, this is gonna be a goddamn disaster.
It's going to be great. We're going to go watch it, right?
Yes.
Gots to.
Look, I'm sure
man.
everyone's just doing it for that.
If only we could somehow make it into a commentary.
I mean,
course not,
I think we can when it comes on whatever streaming service it goes to, whenever that happens.
I'm not waiting that long. I have to see what this magical movie that's been explained to me.
How about we can figure out a way if we each have Discord on our phones, and then we just talk. That would be the most obnoxious. You know, Ryan Johnson used to do. He used to release commentaries for his movies while they're still in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you can go to the movie in the theater and watch it with. Apparently, people would do that, which I always thought was weird. But he didn't do it for Last Jedi. I was disappointed.
Oh, sad.
Disney wants to kick his ass if he says anything bad.
Yeah, well, if you listen to like those YouTube videos where like the industry had to say they like Ryan Johnson, but they don't, and you know,
They like me.
You're not him.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Ryan Johnson. Did you guys at least see Looper? It was a good movie.
That's Stephanie's voice.
Okay, Knives Out looks cool. I'm gonna see Knives Out.
Blooper.
Oh, that's the one with the best video game ever, right?
Bruce Willis was so mean on set. He's an
Was he?
asshole.
I've heard he wasn't so bad on that.
Oh, I don't know, but I just hear so many horror stories about Bruce Willis being just,
Yeah.
My personal favorite story I heard was, I think it might have been a Kevin Smith, like one of his question like DVDs, where he's like, yeah, I showed up to set, and Bruce was like, it's a barbecue day. We're having a barbecue day. No filming happened that day. Just literally had a big barbecue.
Yay.
Bruce Willis time.
Bruce Willis time, indeed. But hey, we have Marvel news, upcoming movies. But let's just talk about Marvel's What If.
What if?
The only thing interesting happening in Marvel. Cool.
Wait, let me bring up the list so I actually
Can you post
know.
it too?
List of movies who cares about.
Well, while Jim does that, Universal Orlando, or just Universal in general, said that they were gonna have Ghostbusters. I don't remember if it's a haunted house or a scare zone. I just know that that's pretty fun, and I wish I could go to that thing.
Yeah.
Also, last year they had Killer Clowns from Outer Space as a scare zone and like some sort of like puppet version of Chucky where he just insults you.
Oh.
God.
Aww. My roommate, he just bought the Ghostbuster Transformer crossover comic, and he has they made an Ecto 1 that transforms.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. His name's like, it's not Ecto 1, which would have been a completely fine Transformer name. They named it something really stupid. I can't remember what it was.
Ecto Juan.
Oh.
Yeah, but hey, upcoming Phase 4 of Marvel is a Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
Well, next year is Black Widow in May,
Boring.
Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus in the fall, and then Eternals in November.
I don't know who that is, but I guess I'm more interested in that.
And then 2021 starts off with Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's gonna be racist, possibly.
I like your quick review. What is this your letterbox thing?
Yeah.
I want Pan's letterbox of all these. Okay, WandaVision.
It's a shipping movie. Boring.
Okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, that's basically Family Guy into the multiverse or whatever, so this could be interesting.
Okay, Loki. Spring.
The titles look shitty.
Oh my god, that title!
It looks like a fucking ransom note.
It does look like a ransom note.
What if summer 2021? Jesus. That's so fun.
Yeah, the one that I'm actually like real interested in, the Marvel Studios What If for Disney Plus. It's an animated anthology and it features some voices from the movies, which will be interesting.
If you know what If is, or I'll explain what If is. It's basically a comic where every issue is what if, Wolverine died when he met the Hulk, or what if, any sort of different versions of the Marvel universe. So it's like, it was always a cool comic to pick up, especially if it was a what if idea that you were really into.
Yeah.
So it's a cool concept for an animated series. Apparently all the voices of the live action people are going to come back. And then fall 2021 is Hawkeye. And then as far as the last one we know about is Thor Love and Thunder, which is directed by Taika Waititi.
Who?
So Taika Waititi, he did Thor Ragnarok and What We Do in the Shadows. And he's doing a Hitler movie, Jojo Bunny maybe, I forget, where this little boy, his best friend is an imaginary Hitler or something.
What?
Yeah, it's a real movie.
Okay, well...
I just want to know, you talking about this imaginary Hitler movie is way more interesting than this entire lineup.
Okay, wait, do you want me to tell you the plot of this? Set during World War II, an awkward young German boy whose only ally is his imaginary friend Hitler has his naive patriotism tested when he meets a young girl who upends his worldviews. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that young girl is Jewish.
Uh-oh. What if it's Anne Frank?
Well, what if...
Oh my god, are you serious? That's an amazing idea.
God, that's great.
I was right. She's Jewish.
Oh,
totally right.
So does that mean her imaginary Hitler's going to be like a good guy?
Who, Hitler's a good guy?
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
No.
What do you mean?
No, you know what? Never mind. I've been drinking this whole time we've been doing the podcast.
Oh my gosh. First of all, let me know. I could drink with you.
I'm drinking cheap beer.
I'm cracking somewhere.
I don't know. Like, Black Widow, she's... Why do we need a movie of her? She's dead already. Who cares?
Well, I kind of like when I first saw this, I was excited I'm more excited for 2021 than I am for 2020. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier could be cool. Apparently the plot is that the US government doesn't really want Falcon to be Captain America, which is kind of interesting.
Are they racist?
The US government is just the Marvel fans?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's great.
The Black Widow, I kind of was like, that's going to be because May 1st, that's the first movie of the summer kind of slot. I was like, that's going to kick off the summer. Like, I don't know. And Scarlett Johansson, I'm sort of over her. Like everyone.
She's canceled. Move on.
Really?
Like,
yeah, like why are they giving her a movie now? They should have done it 5 years ago. Like, this is
the problem. Not only is she dead in the main series, it's a prequel, which means we're nothing new is coming from it. It was only to compete with Wonder Woman to have a female lead, and there's so many more interesting female characters now.
Yeah.
And technically, we got Captain Marvel, which wasn't really all that great, but
no, it wasn't.
But we've already had a female-led Marvel movie. Black Widow is just a waste of space.
I mean, my other issue with this list is we didn't get announcements about Black Panther 2. We didn't get announcements about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Even though I'm not a big Captain Marvel fan, Captain Marvel 2 probably should have been announced. And also, I know they said they don't want to go into Fantastic Four or the Mutants, but like you should be announcing a Deadpool 3. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, Deadpool is a huge franchise. Like, are you telling me they're not getting a Deadpool till 2022? That's way too long.
Damn.
So, I don't know. And the Blade.
Well, keep in mind, this is Marvel MCU stuff, and I think they're still keeping Deadpool out of that.
Yeah, but they need to, because they own. I guess this is more Disney in general. They need to first, because I think that'd be a stupid idea to just let that franchise die. I'm not a huge Deadpool fan or anything, but I just was surprised that they didn't announce it.
I just think it's not associated with this. So
can they do when they do associate this with that? Can they do Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, or
I mean, maybe
that'd be fun. I'd love to go see that, like, in theaters, kind of like how Deadpool did that at the end of Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
where he just kills off all the bad.
He said,
I haven't seen Deadpool 2, by the way.
Oh,
my bad.
Whoa, whoops.
Ryan Reynolds said apparently his main issue, and I agree with him about Deadpool 2, is he had too much money and he thought the first one was better because they were restricted. And I kind of want Deadpool 3 to be, he has to be PG-13 because he's owned by Disney now. And like everything he tries to do gets like censored or stops. And like he's the only one who's aware of it because he's Deadpool. I think that would be the only way to like, because it's hard to do comedies that like are parodying a specific genre and keep them fresh. And that would be a good way to like Deadpool 3, like him like trying to curse and he gets banned and stuff.
That sounds like a great idea. I would like to see
mean,
that.
It would essentially be Once Upon a Deadpool, except, not a half-assed attempt at it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Did you see that?
No one saw that. It was... All I heard, it was like a TV edit, and maybe there's like 5 minutes of him and Fred Savage recreating the story thing in Princess Bride.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I know we've been really harsh on this lineup. I do say that a Doctor Strange movie with Wanda in it, I am interested in that. I think that's probably the only thing on here. I am mildly interested in Thor, only because Ragnarok was a lot of fun, and female Thor sounds great, except for I know they had to bring back Natalie Portman because in the comics, her character is the one that becomes Thor. But it makes no. It's kind of like how in the in Endgame, Captain America gives his shield to the Falcon, which he has no on-screen chemistry whatsoever. There's barely any scenes with them actually being friends.
What?
I don't see the chemistry compared to Buckley.
Well, I think all the chemistry was in Winter Soldier and Civil War, and less in the recent movie. But I think they're basing it more on the Winter Soldier stuff.
Well, I think they're basically like, oh, the comics did it, so we have to do it that way. But like, Steve Rogers in the movies has a way more deep and interesting relationship with Buckley.
Well,
whatever
I think
the Winter Soldier, whatever his name is.
Well, I mean, they both at one point were Captain America in the comics, but I think it's also that I mean, as much as the U.S. government hates black people, I think they probably hate international terrorists a little bit more. So
I know, I know that it wouldn't really work, but it just felt forced. It didn't make any sense. But then again, that whole end scene with Captain America made no sense whatsoever. Or not didn't make sense. It was poorly executed. I'm not angry.
Oh, were you guys surprised by Blade at all, or?
Oh, that was cool.
Is that gonna be? Which I find weird because they got somebody who's in Luke Cage on Netflix, and I thought, oh, okay, so these things are not in the same universe. Okay.
Well, that was like a different arm of Kevin Feige didn't like, so I think it's sort of. But apparently, like they weren't like there were no plans to make Blade. Like he wasn't something that they were like interested in. It was basically like Mahershala Ali won his second Oscar, went to Marvel and was like, hey, I want to make Blade. And they were like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Neat.
Yay.
But it's not going to happen for a while. And I know James Gunn's busy doing Suicide Squad 2, so it's going to be a while before he gets to Guardians 3.
I can't wait to get like my excess amount of merch for Suicide Squad 2. I remember going to see the first one, and they just like handed me like literally, I think I got like 4 posters or something because they like
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, at our theater that I went to go see it, they were like, here, we have a lot of them. Take like 2 of each. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I got like 4 posters, and I was like, oh, okay. Then we went to watch the movie, and we came out like, that was a nice music video.
I don't know. I'm curious how the Blade thing works, but Mahershala Ali's a good actor. So other than Green Book, I have no problems.
Well, besides Marvel, I'm kind of interested in going to go see that Joker movie that's coming out this year.
Yeah, I think that could be cool. I like Joaquin, and I'm worried more about it's the guy who directed The Hangover. So I'm not.
Oh man.
Oh.
So maybe that has me.
Well, you never know.
Well, like I'm only really excited, not just because I don't really care much for the Joker or anything. It's just that it's something that's coming out on my birthday, so it's like, yay! I hope this isn't going to be a bad movie. I hope it's going to be pretty cool.
It's opening in big film festivals, and and Joaquin Phoenix usually has pretty good taste. To be honest, like most of his movies are really good, but and I know that director has wanted to be like what Adam McKay, who did, the Will Ferrell movies, and then he went and did The Big Short and Vice and became a serious director or whatever. And I think that the Hangover guys wanted to do that, and he did that. Was it War Dogs with Miles Teller and Jonah Hill? Was that what it was called? Or something?
Yeah.
Like nobody saw it, and it didn't work for him at first. But I think this is like at least interesting. Like I'm like, even if this sucks, at least you like tried. Like I would be like, hey man, good on you for. But I feel like the Warner Brothers has faith in it because they submitted it to like all the big pre-Oscar festivals, and you don't like Venom didn't get that.
Nah, that ain't no Oscar movie at all.
So I mean, it is coming out the same time as Venom. Not
Yeah, I know this has nothing to do with like the Marvel lineup or comics or anything, but just looking at this lineup of stuff, the only thing I can think of is 2020, 2021, either 2022 or 2023. That's when the big shit for theme parks is coming around.
Yes.
That's when Super Nintendo World's gonna come out. Well, I mean, Super Nintendo World's coming out in Tokyo.
You're just looking at this timeline of Marvel movies, and you're just like, yeah, I can't wait for this other unrelated thing that's happening.
Yeah, well, because in 2020, that's when did you guys see the cute little character that they have for the 2020 Olympics in Japan? I thought that little animation was really cute, and the little character looked cute too. But I'm looking forward to the 2020 Olympics because that's when Super Nintendo World's going to be done in Japan.
Yay.
And then here in the States, we're going to get it in like at least, they say 2022, but I'm thinking 2023 because I can just already smell like, paperwork not going through on certain things. So Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted
Can we
to
all
like,
go to- can we go to the
I
Super
wanted to
Mario
shove
World?
in some like theme park news or whatever.
Can we all go? Can we go to the Super Mario World in Japan together?
Maybe someday.
It's next
Whoa,
year.
Nolan's
Yeah.
here.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
Nolan.
I was
Nolan.
asleep.
Oh, hey, Nolan.
Oh,
Podcast
yeah.
is almost over. We're
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
it's
Marvel
over.
movies
Morning,
and falling asleep
beautiful.
ourselves.
Yeah, Phase 4 and theme parks.
This was a laid back podcast.
Awesome.
Sure was.
Sorry I missed it. But
Oh.
here's
okay.
my contribution. Phase 4, more like phase bore. Haha.
Oh,
Or
I was
more-
hoping we could go snore.
More
Look,
like Phase Eeyore.
If anything, I'm more interested in the characters I never heard of, like who's the Eternals or Shang-Chi. I don't know. I'm more interested in that. I don't care about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I mean, it looks like Loki's asking for help with this fucking title. Like, that's
His
just.
ransom note of a
Yeah, it's
title.
a ransom
hey.
note.
Okay, if we're gonna legitimately talk about the bad graphic design, why does the Hawkeye logo look like a sitcom?
There's actually a reason that logo is supposed to look like a logo from a Hawkeye miniseries. So there was like apparently if you because people who were covering the Comic-Con kept saying when the logo came up they knew immediately what this was going to be based on. So I was like, oh, okay. I've heard it's a good comic. I've never read it though.
It just looks like two guys in a pizza place or something. Like it looks like an ABC comedy.
It looks like a
two
subway
guys,
track
a girl,
or
and a pizza place. I remember
That's a show, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't it become a pizza place or no? And this is what you woke
Two
up.
broke girls? Is that what we're talking about?
Two broke girls. Yeah. Two broke
Yes.
girls. Two broke bitches. Yes.
Yes.
Two broke bitches.
You guys want to just get into the questions to wrap this up?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh, sure.
Pan. Are you sweepy?
Wow.
I don't know.
I have
Wait
questions
a-
about two guys,
I
a girl,
was-
and a pizza place.
I was in Africa.
Two
like-
guys and girls in a pizza
I thought
place. What's that about?
I thought you were in Mexico. Shit.
No, I was in Spain and then I went to Africa.
Damn.
Wow.
You went like like that one song.
Yeah,
Down in
Toto.
Africa.
Did you
Yeah.
see Toto?
Did you see Toto?
Nah,
Was he as cute as he was in The Wizard of Oz?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh.
What?
Speaking,
Oh man.
Speaking of puppies, my mom got a puppy. I visit my mom, and she has the cutest dog. I love her so much.
That's
I'm sending pictures. It's in the main chat.
I want a
Yeah.
puppy.
I want to see the puppy.
No, it was a cute dog.
I love her so much. Her name's
Aw.
June, and she's only 2 months old.
Oh, I saw pictures of you and her on your timeline. I thought it was the cutest shit ever.
What a baby.
Oh, so
Love her.
precious.
Wait, her name. She is a baby.
They look.
Okay. Don't grab her by the neck. Jesus.
Oh.
No, I was just holding her.
Asserting your dominance.
Is he? is he strangling baby June? Call out post.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Infinity Train, a 5-night special event, starts Monday, August 5th at 7:30.
I thought you had like a question
What
ready.
do you think of what's been shown on Infinity Train so far? As at Nacho Del Grande.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Is that just Kevin's alternate account?
I think so. I think so.
Who saw
Kevin.
Infinity Train?
In the Infinity Train, what was it? The trailer thing?
I watched the pilot thing forever ago, but I
Damn.
mean, what I've seen, the minor clips I've seen people post on Twitter seem really good. I'm excited for it. I was
So
gonna
none of
watch
us have seen Infinity
I don't-
Train
I don't-
at all.
I saw Infinity Train, like what Kevin posted. I saw what he
Well,
posted.
Despite what the roundtable thinks, nobody downloads the Cartoon Network app, so no, I have not seen Infinity Train.
Yeah,
Wow.
not only I only saw the one clip where Tulip and her mom were arguing. I was like, ow, that hurts. Why would you do this to me? Why would you bring back these memories?
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like,
Oh.
stop it. So yeah, no, it's really good
PTSD.
because Beth's seen Alone, and I really want to watch it, but I don't have the Cartoon Network app, and I never will. So
I'm
Yeah,
really
I'll
confused about, is it going to be a series or is it a mini-series? It sounds like it's a
Mini-series.
5-episode event,
Well,
right?
I think it's like a mini series, but there's potential of doing another mini series type
Yeah.
event. So I
it-
don't. Right?
With it
Is-
being a 5-day event, it feels like it's the next Over the Garden Wall, which I'm totally down.
I think they're down for it, but I think because Over Garden the Wall is more seasonal, and I get the impression this isn't. So I think they're
Mhm.
probably going to just see, because Over the Garden Wall did like pretty damn well for them. So I'm sure they're probably like, okay, well, if we can get this show to just maybe do mini-series events like cable, like HBO does with Big Little Lies or something. I think that's probably what they're doing.
Yeah, that'd be great. I but also, it's similar to Neverending Story. It has the word infinite in it. It's a very finite series, so that was a weird. That's where I'm tired too.
It's like the
I've been
never-ending story that
drinking.
eventually ends.
Yeah.
I made a joke on Twitter about the lawsuit joke on The Simpsons, where he's like, my lawsuit against the never-ending story.
I love that one.
Was it Lionel Hutz? And I was like, I will use this precedent against my lawsuit with Infinity Train.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I saw a Robot Chicken sketch, which was like a never-ending party. And I was like,
yeah, that was the best. West Side.
So
yeah, questions. So Pan can go to sweep.
Oh, childless Disney.
No, that's not it. It's
Hold on.
Princess Misery.
Yes,
Asks which
our
female
daughter.
character. She's our daughter now.
I don't know what's
She's my big sister, but also my daughter.
Your big sister,
keep your lore
she's
straight, Pan?
She's your big sister, but she's
I have
the same age.
I have scoliosis, so we can't keep nothing straight.
Your big sister, but my medium-sized stepsister.
What's going on right now?
I don't know. We're adding more lore because whatnot. Oh, but they just want to know what.
Question: which female character would you want to kick your ass, Pan? All of them.
All of them? What, like that scene in Endgame, but everyone?
That's
like all the
that scene in
dimensions.
Endgame where like fucking Captain Marvel comes and she's like, hey baby boy Peter, and Peter's like, mommy. Mommy.
I actually heard when they played that scene in Endgame for Gloria Steinem, she stood up and clapped.
That's such a deep cut reference. I don't know what that means.
You know what's sad is I still haven't seen Endgame, so I have no idea what the fuck you're all talking about.
Aren't you supposed to stand up and clap during that scene?
Wait, did you see Spider-Man?
Not yet.
Okay. I would just find it really funny if you're like, I'll see Far From Home.
Look, I had everything spoiled for me, so whatevs.
Hey, someone on Twitter asked, would you grow an afro?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to do that at all.
I had one when I was still identifying as a boy and in middle school.
I saw
Jufro or the,
and then and then you started like growing, and then your hair just started growing like outward, like and down, which worked out for you in the end.
I don't think.
I
don't think Pan can grow an
I think
afro.
Pan would grow a mullet personally.
Yeah. If anything, right now he hasn't cut his hair. So if he keeps it growing, he's kind of on the early track of growing a mullet.
Whoa.
It's kind of really puffy.
Probably gonna come back. What's the next question?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
If Pizza Party Podcast was a video game, what genre would it be?
Anarchy
Yeah,
reigns.
3D brawler, I think.
Yeah.
I've thought a lot about this, and if I was more experienced with 3D modeling, I would actually make the models. I would love to see the four of us in like a low poly, like intentionally like not low poly, but looks low poly with like pixelated textures, like early Pokemon games.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would look really good. That would be perfectly us.
Like the Mega Man Legend style. I love that low poly style.
I think that'd be cute.
Agreed. Also, RPG Maker game. I feel like that would happen.
Oh, because we're a party.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yay. You can switch between different guest characters.
Wait, I have a question, like a personal question.
What's up?
So,
Okay.
you know how this is called the Pizza Party Podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an important question. What kind of pizza do you guys even fucking have at your party? It can't be fucking shitty as like Papa John's. I don't like Papa John's. What kind of pizza do you guys have?
I just want to say Drunk Nesska is my favorite. And
Okay.
Second, we did actually have a pizza party last year at MomoCon. We hosted a real pizza party which Nolan put together.
It was
Nolan.
I remember that. There was like a very awkward
pizza, which we also got delivery from the pizza guy at the panel this year. So.
Oh wait, we never talked about this.
Yeah.
But you notice how when we did the panel and we did this whole pizza gag, that there was someone in the audience in a Spider-Man outfit with a pizza. And they clearly were going to do a gag that they didn't do because we had already done this gag. And I always felt bad for that Spider-Man person. So, Spider-Man person, I'm sorry.
Jim, you broke their heart, Jim.
I mean, it
To be
would have been
fair,
cool.
it was my idea to get pizza delivered, so I broke his heart. I'm taking credit for that broken heart.
Because we would have been like, hey, Spider-Man, you stole that guy's pizza. And, you know,
Hey, Izzy,
Jim.
you stole that guy's pizza bit.
Whoa, we stole that guy's pizza.
Yeah, but you guys haven't answered. What kind of pizza do you guys serve at your party?
Oh, you have to go cheese because it offends no one. Like, everyone's happy with cheese, but then you get like a safe pepperoni, and then if the pizza place has a nice specialty pie, you get that as well.
Yeah, like extra pepperoni. Like this place Marco's has like
Spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy pepperoni is the best.
Yeah. There's
pepperoni.
this place called Marco's. It's like a chain that has like pepperoni and then old style pepperoni. I don't know what the difference is, but they're smaller, crispier, and spicier, and it's like good.
All right. Okay. So.
Just lick your fingers.
No, I just did a licky noise with my mouth. Like,
Oh, I wish you did lick your fingers. That would
here,
have
I
been
can do that.
funnier.
Good.
Hey, other questions?
Wait, no, Lolan's licking his fingers. This is important here, Pan. God, you think like just because you're the face of the podcast doesn't mean you have to be the star of the show, asshole.
Orange Pancake says thoughts on the upcoming Cuphead show on Netflix. Well, it's coming out.
Oh my god, that is so
I'm
exciting.
so excited.
That
I'm
is
so
exciting.
fucking excited.
I'm ready to get.
I mean, I'm excited, but I would hate to work on that show because you're probably like, fuck, this animation ass.
Yeah, it has to be good or you fucking die.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure they're like, oh man, why can't I work on like some Nick Jr. show where they don't even care? Like, I got to do this.
Work on.
Why can't they just work on Corn and Peg?
Corn and Peg?
Why can't I work on Tuca and
Don't worry. Maybe Netflix will pick it up.
Maybe.
No, wait. Fuck.
Yeah, now people can say maybe Netflix will pick it up because they won't. They dropped it.
Netflix betrayed us.
Netflix, you whore.
They dropped it like it's hot.
I mean, it could go on Crackle.
Yay.
It could go on Vivo.
It could go on Vimeo. It could go on UsTube or whatever that one was.
Man,
I would say
Vimeo still
Newgrounds.
there?
I think Newgrounds would be the next one.
Ooh, yeah, Newgrounds. If Newgrounds will pick them up,
Newgrounds has been trying to make a comeback, so we'll see.
Come back when you have some good content.
Wow, they should. If hey Newgrounds, if you give me a big fat check, I will bring back Cletus the fetus.
Oh, yeah.
Please bring that back. That'd be
Bring
great.
back Knock Force.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you know that's what everyone says, but what people really want is the Cletus the fetus revival.
Okay, Jim's not wrong. That's what I want. I just want.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The Cletus the fetus.
I want
Newgrounds,
Cletus
give me a
fetus.
check.
Oh, hey God, I got a dumb question here by
Okay, what is it?
Justin Phantom Z2 says, "Are y'all getting the Kill a Kill game so it can be the anime arena fighter that revived anime arena fighters?" What do you mean revived? They make a new anime arena fighter like every month.
Yeah, they're
That's
making a
true.
One Punch Man arena fighter, and it looks like not very good. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, tell me when there's like 16 players going at it like Anarchy Reigns yet again.
Oh, shut up. You're not even an Anarchy's
Who
Reigns.
wants fucking-
You're not an Anarchy Reigns whore anymore. You're all about Kakuko Kojin thing.
Yeah, Kukto Chojin on Xbox. Classic.
Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
It got banned for playing Islamic chants over music, sadly. Just like the Zelda Fire Temple theme.
Yeah,
How
I've
dare
been
you
there.
censor.
Yeah.
Man,
Hey,
I want to get there.
Look, I'm tired of these anime fighters with like 1 or maybe 2 versus 2 fighters. Give me 16 fighters at once, please.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the 2-year anniversary of Emoji Movie.
Yay!
Awesome.
Hey,
Oh,
wait.
Emoji.
I just realized we're recording on July 28th. This is like the first video, well, the first RebelTaxi review I did of Teen Titans, the series, was in like 2010, July 26th. 27th or 28 around there.
Fuck.
So it's the 9th year anniversary of RebelTaxi.
Of what?
Happy anniversary.
RebelTaxi.
Wait, I don't understand. What's your anniversary
The 9th.
of that you just talked about Teen Titans?
I mean, I did make videos before that with the RebelTaxi name, but that's when I started making actual reviews. It's like Doctor Who.
I'm not gonna lie. I only started watching your videos in 2013. Then I stopped, and then when I met you as a person, like I only watched your videos whenever. What's it called? Who's that? Who's my favorite animator? John R. Dilworth, Dilly. When you talked about Dilly, I thought you were like super professional and cool because I didn't think Dilly would just talk to anybody.
And it turns out he would.
And then I think I made friends with you, Nolan, and then I ended up meeting Pan by somebody else, and I was just like, oh yeah, I remember I watched your videos a couple of times when I was in college.
Yeah.
And then I realized how like kind of sad you are, like kind of how sad you get in your videos, and I'm just like,
Classic.
oh. Yeah, that's that guy.
Classic
I remember like
comedy.
gushing about his character Stephanie, and then this idiot over here is like, yo, that's my self-insert, and I pretended that my roommates were calling me, and I was like, yeah, this is not a good idea.
And then Pan was like, who is this person who is impersonating me on Twitter? Please stop it. Stop drawing my characters in very good sexual positions.
Oh God, that makes me so embarrassed. I'm like, oh, Pen, you really are a special kind of kid. I'm pretty sure you were dropped a couple times.
I was actually dropped when I was younger, believe it or not.
I was too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was too. I think my parents told me once.
No, I guess I wasn't dropped. I decided, hey, I'll be like this on purpose. So fuck y'all.
Didn't you?
Choice.
No, you told me that you hit your head against your metal bed frame or something.
Classic. I was trying to watch Goof Troop and I trip and fucking hit my head on a metal bed frame.
Were you headbanging to the theme song?
Wait. Speaking of Goof Troop, the new DuckTales is not only bringing Goof Troop Goofy into the canon, but also Molly and Kit, Cloud Kicker from Tailspin, they're getting aged up and replacing Baloo and the one lady I don't remember the name of.
Everyone is here. Colors me.
So how do you guys feel about Bonkers? I remember finding some sort of like kindergarten yearbook, and I put that as my favorite cartoon I ever watched as a kid.
Whoa, why would you admit that?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Bonkers since like kindergarten.
Oh, that reminds me. Like I remember in like not first grade, but before that, kinder or is that kinder?
Kinder eggs.
Okay, before
kindergarten.
Kinder eggs.
Yeah, so first grade. No, before first grade, we had to write a book report or whatever, and we all brought in our book, and I brought in a fucking Sonic Archie comic book.
God.
It was the one that featured like Fang on the cover. I don't know.
Was it the one where Sonic was framed for like turning himself roboticized?
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember he was in jail for some reason.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like, what did Sonic do to deserve this? Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Didn't your teacher tell you to go the fuck home and bring a real book?
Basically, get your ass out here, boy.
Wow, your school was really strict. I remember my school didn't care about education. They just, like, my teachers would just, like, show us cartoons throughout, like, my English teacher would show us, like, Billy and Mandy and Invader Zim. And then if any kind of teacher would come in, she would just say, hey, smartest kid in class, try to figure out how this is relating to English. And everybody follow that kid's role. And that's because we were, like, pre-AP, like, the smartest kids in school, apparently. I remember having an AV teacher. We played Mortal Kombat, and some like not a teacher, not like a superintendent, but not the principal. Like someone important came into our class, and our AV teacher was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just showing them, like this is how visuals would look in a video game. That if they got that far, that's where they would go." And yeah, I'm tired.
Which Mortal Kombat was it?
It was like 2011, 2010, whichever one.
Mortal Kombat 9.
It's like Mortal Kombat X.
Probably.
9,
I just remember that person coming in when there was a finisher, so they saw blood and shit on the screen, and they were just like, "What are you doing in this class?" And we would just fuck around and be on YouTube or whatever fucking shit we'd get on. My school didn't care about education. All of my teachers were just pretty much like, "Hey, cartoons and games, right?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
no fucking
public
rules.
school's pretty great.
Time traveled to your class just to teach you, so he'd put you on the path of bringing you to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just to...
Why would you do that?
Oh no, I didn't groom you. No.
Oh, why would you groom me?
No.
Wow.
I wasn't
You have
mentioning
lovely
grooming. I
hair.
was like coming at it like a romantic comedy.
What?
Like
Nothing?
he met his girlfriend, but little did he know.
That's like that fucking movie, The Time Traveler's Wife, and where like the time traveler meets his future
The
wife
time
as a
traveler's
child.
fuck.
That fucking weirdo.
Wait,
Sick
really?
man.
That's what that movie's about?
That's what the trailer happened. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I'm not.
Wait, is that movie that has like that mailbox where they put shit?
No,
in
that's
there?
that's the Lake House. That's a different movie
Oh.
with Keanu Reeves.
Why wasn't that called the post office box?
Man, that would have been great.
Why wasn't it called mailbox?
Why wasn't it called
Why
mailbox?
was it called You Got Me? Oh wait. Remember?
Fuck, why would they have the guy that voices the You Got Mail? Like, that would have been great. Why
Oh
was...
yeah. Why weren't
know-
they? Here's the real question: why
Go.
weren't they in a movie called Speed 3, The Mailbox?
Okay, I saw this. This has something to do with mailboxes, but I saw, The Matrix was playing in our lobby at my job, and this lady fucking averted her kid's eyes. And I remember texting Pan and being like, fuck, I think I just saw Agent Smith. I was like freaked out that I was like, man, I'm in the Matrix. Some lady decided to avert her kid's eyes from the Matrix movie. And I was just like, why?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, is that because she blue-pilled her kids and she didn't want the...
I don't know. I was just like, why would you avert your kid's eyes from the Matrix? It wasn't even in like any kind of like bad scenes. It was just like
the training
Neo
scene.
getting trained, and he was like, this kid looked so happy and was like, man, I want to take like Taekwondo classes. And this mom was like, no, child, don't avert your eyes. I don't want you to be some Truman Show weirdo that thinks that they need to have 5 catchphrases.
Damn.
You should have gone out and been like, look, it's not Reloaded or Revolutions. It's totally okay. They can watch it.
The good one.
That's what you should have said. She'd be like, oh, okay. I mean, if it was the Animatrix, more okay. You'd be like, we should hang. What are you doing later? You'd be like, well, I just got to get the kids to bed. Then we can get drunk in the parking.
Oh, no.
God, no thanks. My job's already kind of one of those places where they look at me like, why don't you have shampoos in the room? And it's like, bitch, you're paying for fucking budget prices. Why are you fucking so pissed off that I don't have a shampoo in the room? Just go pay the $2 at the fucking vending machine. What's your
shampoo
problem?
in the room? What?
Well, I work at a hotel. I work at a low budget hotel, and people treat it like for the fucking Marriott.
Oh.
It's just I have a lot of venting issues about my job. It's like, lady, either you pay the fucking $80 for the room or go to the fucking Marriott where you're gonna pay $200. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care about your goddamn problems.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys have shampoo?
It's in the fucking vending machines. What? Like, I only have soaps. That's all I got. What, you want me to give you 5 soaps? Get 5 soaps. I don't care.
Why do you guys have soap in the vending machine?
We don't have soap in the vending machine. We have soap in the back of our the front desk.
Why do you guys have shampoo in the vending machine?
In breaking news, Alex Hirsch is in Twitter war with the Scientology Twitter. Who will win this round?
Oh, isn't Scientology a genre of video game or something?
Sure, that's what it is. Shush. Don't say anything. Don't. Shush.
I think I'm tired now.
Yeah, yeah, the third drunken story, I was kind of like, oh, were we ending this?
Okay, one more question, then we will leave forever.
Oh, hang on. Hey, Meta Robert says, are you gonna raid Area 51 on September 20th?
Actually, yes. Pizza Party is hosting a special event where we're all going to invade Area 51.
Can we go?
Yeah. We're all going to invade Area 51.
fun.
We're going to have a pizza truck, and Jim's going to make all the pizzas by himself.
Look,
and I'm going to
First off, we're going to be at Area 52 because you know they're moving those aliens to Area 52.
Man, shit,
if Area 51's getting
We're
raided.
going to Area 52 the day before.
And then we're going to make another podcast go to Area 53 just in case.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we'll send the round table. We'll send the round table there, and then we'll send like the other troops to Area 54.
We can send
like
POS
Nintendo and
podcast.
Cosmodor.
Ooh, good job,
guys.
Yeah.
Area 69.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, that's where they actually keep the sexy aliens. That's where they keep the blue aliens.
That's where they keep Martian
You guys
Queen.
want to fuck Gamora? Go to Area 69.
Yay.
Yeah.
Why
That's
does
why
no one remember Cubic?
I remember
And on that
Cubics. I have the
Are
toys.
Cubic sexy robots?
Cubex robots for everyone?
Robots for everyone.
Y'all
Communism.
What? You like
What?
communism?
Look, it's robots for everyone. So
You
it's
like communism?
Communism.
Why
Everyone
would you
gets
like
a robot in
communism?
communist.
All right, I'm.
If you made it to this point in the podcast, I would like you to comment below and tell me that you did.
Well, no, you have to say something special, like.
You just say, Jim, I made it.
No, say
Yo,
Cubics for
do we
communism.
have to end the podcast? I feel so bubbly and so like warm.
We have to end the podcast.
I love you guys. No.
Oh.
The podcast needs to go back to its home planet.
Yeah.
Do we die on the way there?
Oh no.
Yeah, we
Here.
did.
Goodbye, every pony.
Pan, use this image for.
Sad.
Bye,
Night,
everybody.
everybody.
Pan, use this image for the
Bye.
thumbnail thingy.
I love you guys.
Let's see. What's this?
What's the image? Oh, Nolan.
Oh.
No,
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry if I.
Oh, we'll
So
use
much
it.
for young Donald Duck.
Yeah. I'll talk to
Oh.
y'all later. Sorry I missed it.
Goodbye.
No, it's okay.
We love
I
you.
love
we miss
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
I should probably get going.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It was nice talking to you, Jim.
We should probably have Greg stop recording.